Hello. So if you're watching this video, you are in retail. Like I have spent my career in retail. That is where you are today. And I can't think of a better profession to be in. I love retail. If you don't know who I am, I'm Rachel Williamson. I own a retail consulting practice called Running Great Stores. This video is designed for store managers or perhaps assistant managers who are working towards being a store manager. This video is going to help you prepare for your district manager visit without spending an enormous amount of payroll, and you are going to be so excited. Now, there may be some things here you're already doing. The magic is in doing all of these things, not using this as a Chinese menu to pick and choose the things you think you should do or you aren't doing today, okay? Masterclass on having a great district manager visit. Here we go. There are 4 big components that I like to talk about. The first one is preparing your store. Now, you need to keep driving volume and not just take a couple of days off the sales floor to get your store ready. Because if your sales are soft going into your DM visit, that is strike one, okay? So you need to figure out how to get ready for your visit and still drive sales simultaneously, drive great customer experiences. In fact, there's nothing more fun than having a DM come to visit and saying to them, we had the best sales volume last week. We had the best day yesterday. We had customer compliments, etc. What are those things that you can brag about? All right, let's get started. Number 1, you really want to dig into your sales volume. Where are you on the year? Where are you on the quarter? Where are you on the month? Where are you on the week? And these numbers, it's okay to have a cheat sheet, but you should know them. The best leaders know their business. Is that you? It can be. Once you know your sales volume, you need to understand the metrics that are driving the volume. What's contributing to that sales volume? Is it conversion? Is your traffic up? Is your traffic down? What are the behaviors that are driving these metrics? So take a look at your metrics. It could be transactions. It could be average order value or average dollar sale. You know, every retailer uses different metrics, but take a look at all the metrics that are important to your organization and know where you are. So let's use an example. I'm preparing all my numbers and I know my district manager is coming to visit, and I'm going to be prepared to do the following. Hi, welcome to our store. We're so excited you're here today. I really want to start by talking about my sales results. This is where I am on the week and on the month and on the quarter and on the season. And we're this far away from making our year. These results are driven by these metrics. While traffic is down, conversion is up. Or maybe it's vice versa. Traffic is up, conversion's down. But again, state the metric and then speak to the behavior that is driving those results. Your district manager then can ask questions to probe into what you're doing or what you need from them or what she'd like you to see. Once you've spoken about your sales results and your metrics, you want to talk about product. What are the products that are winning? What are the products that maybe you aren't doing as well with? And how are you bringing the new product assortment to life for your customer? Again, what we're trying to think about is, what is the organization focused on? And how do I demonstrate that my team is focused on those same things? Number 2, we want to talk about your store and the way it looks. The best way to look at your store is through the lens of your customer. So I want you to stand out front and look at the exterior part of the store, the windows. Are they clean? Are there dust bunnies rolling around in the windows? Do mannequins need to be refreshed? Or do the apparel need to be pinned, tightened up, just made to look more crisp? Like, what if the visual team came to your store? What would it look like? And then how do you use that lens to make your store look really crisp and clean? Once you assess the exterior, start walking through the store. Now, I love doing this with a checklist in my hand, a clipboard, piece of paper, and a pen. This does not have to take long. You start out front and you're like, Windex windows, vacuum window, adjust mannequins 2 and 3 or displays 2 and 3, whatever your product is. Then start walking through the store, tweak fixtures, whatever it is that needs to be done. Customer lens. Think about the last floor set that you guys did in your store. Pull that document out. Has anything been changed and not changed back to the company expectation? Walk through your whole store. If you are an apparel store, go into those fitting rooms, sit down in there, look around. Is there dust along the edge of the fitting room? Are there pins stuck in the wall? Or is there trash on the bench or the chair, whatever you have? And just make a list. You may or may not have customers all day long every day, right? We can't spend a whole bunch of payroll doing this because payroll's earned and you got to sell your way to get payroll. So how do you do it? In between customers. You rally the team and you say, all right, our district manager is coming to visit and we want to make sure that we put our best foot forward. I need this little list of things done. We only want to do this in between customers. We don't want to distract a customer or make them think that they're an interruption. These are things that we will do when we have a few minutes without customers in the store, and just start ticking off the list. You can delegate it out to a couple different people working, have them check off the list when it's done. Go back and check, right? We always inspect what we expect. So go back and check. How did they do getting those things done? We've got our sales floor covered, but we've got to walk that back room too. We're still in number 2 where we are talking about our sales floor and our store, how it looks through the customer's eyes. Customers don't go to the back room, but the back room is really the hub of your store. If that is working like a well-oiled machine, your chances of converting customers because you've got goods on the floor just went up about 10-fold. So we want to walk through that back room and make sure that the bulletin boards are up to date, the floor is clean and vacuumed or mopped, the bathroom is clean, supplies are organized, marketing is put away, the manager's desk is organized. What you want to teach your team is if they can put things back where they belong the day they've touched them, it'll make prepping for a visit much, much easier. But if things have gotten a little bit out of control, perhaps you're starting to get holiday product in and perhaps your rack room is overflowing. So you're just going to want to make sure that the things that matter to your organization are cleaned up and in place, okay? When we were on the sales floor and we talked about fitting rooms, we didn't talk about the cash wrap. So go back and look at that cash wrap area. Are there bags? Is there tissue? Is it stocked? Is it organized? Is it neat? We want to make sure that there aren't piles of things back there. We want everything to be cleaned off and just returns and things like that just put away, okay? So we've done 2 things now to prep. We have reviewed all of our sales results and we've walked our store, including our back room. Number 3. We want to talk about our talent. What does our district manager need to know about the talent on our team? Who's a superstar? Who is the next person who you think is ready to be promoted? Who maybe isn't working out and you need a little bit of support from your district manager on how to best address it? What about if you have big openings on your team or you're having a hard time finding holiday help? These are all things that you want to have your conversations prepared and be able to be solution oriented when you talk to your district manager about opportunities. So we're going to focus on strengths, who's winning in our team, who do we want to brag about, who do we want to introduce to when our district manager is here, and then what are the things we're struggling with, performance issues, hiring challenges. Your district manager is intended to be your partner and they can help you. So when we're honest about what is going on, rather than feeling like we have to paint this really pretty picture, we are going to end up having a far better visit than you think. The next thing is going to be operational excellence. Now, what does that mean? It's going to mean something different depending on the type of retail you're in. But is the floor supervisor doing it the way they're supposed to be doing it? Is stock getting pushed out to the floor? Are sizes replenished? If you check the racks on your floor and you just do a quick scan, is it merchandised the way it should be? Are returns being done right? Is there a return log? Is there transfer paperwork? Are there loss prevention audits? What are those operational components that maybe are on a district manager visit list that you have Or maybe your district manager often talks about, make sure that you are buttoned up in those operational areas. Could be inventory, could be markdowns. This is a big one. If you've got all your markdowns done, are they all done on the sales floor? Have you checked your sales floor and made sure that every item is marked? Is there something missed? What about your back room? Are those same items marked so that when they get pushed to the floor, they'll be marked with the right price? These are all important operational components. Now, last but not least, customer experience. I love this one, and I could have probably started with it, but it's all right. This isn't necessarily in sequential order. Customer experience, what do we want to see? What do we want to talk about? When I think about the customer experience, I love to do the helicopter exercise, where I'm just kind of hovering towards the front of the store and I'm observing what the associates and the customers' interaction looks like. I'll take a look at who's going to be working when my district manager comes to visit, and I'll make sure that they are going to get chatted in on that day with how they should be engaging the customer and what the key things to be talking about, how to get them to convert, how are you getting them to buy the item, how are you getting them in a fitting room if you're an apparel brand, or if you're a shoe brand, how are you bringing them more than one pair? There's lots of ways we can go depending on the type of retail that you are. Once you've walked through these 5 categories, you are ready. Now, when your district manager comes to visit, you should greet them at the door, excited, looking polished. Maybe you have a uniform, maybe you wear store fashion, maybe you just wear a little suit jacket, but whatever the expectation is, really elevate to that expectation. You look fantastic, your team should look fantastic, and you show up in the most positive way. You're greeting them at the door, you're welcoming them into your store, and you're excited to walk them through your business. This, my friends, is how you are going to impress your district manager and have a fantastic visit without overspending payroll. Best of luck to you.